Hello everybody, how's it going? I'm just farting the dashboard at the minute. Just keep saying please check again later to get all the status of everything. I guess I tried. Guess hoping for it working is just beyond. Hey, Ivory44. Played this game before, failed instantly. It's a tough game to get into initially. I'm gonna turn that down a touch. I feel like I'm yelling over it. There we go. Yeah, I remember when I first got Transport Tycoon, I struggled to do pretty well. I think it was the 6th game before I really got anywhere with it. But there was Transport Tycoon, so it did behave quite differently in ways to this. In some ways this is actually easier, but probably no consolation. Or very little consolation. What's this thing doing? I'm still twirling. I'll try refreshing. No tutorials, no. The original game did have tutorials that were in the game. Like, you do load tutorial on the main menu and it would go through basically a scripted video. So it'd load up like an actual game, and then it's like it was programmed to move the cursor to like this position, hold down the right mouse button to give the hint. What does this button do? Oh, I'm in debt. Yeah. Yeah, there was like 6 tutorials and it was like you couldn't interact with it anyway. It just replayed mouse movements and actions within the game. And that was the limit of the tutorial. It's actually a very good point because I started with Transport Tycoon, at least I had the tutorials within the game as well as the menu itself, whereas this, you don't really get that. Alrighty. Now we're looking for coal. That's doing alright. That is doing meh. Meh, that's the word of the day. How about you? 144. I don't remember seeing you before, but I want to connect to that. So I will. Question is, do I go up or do I go across? I think I'll go across. Long term I might need to fund a power station over there to run the track to. Realistically there's actually not a lot of, or maybe even there's better. But yeah, realistically there's not a lot of stuff going on in this map. It's very sparse. I think I had the industry set too low because I've cranked up the variety of industries. There's now less total overall per type. Like there's only 8 coal mines, which is not a lot for this size map. You expect that for low on 256 by 256. Alright, let's plug this thing in. There, too far. Get the map out of the way. I wish the UI had some more finer scaling controls. So I want to go from there to there. And there we go. I'm going to live on the edge and set up the train now. I'm going to demolish that one instantly and pop you on it. Oh, they've got the fast one. Select that and hit delete. Deletes the whole lot. That's specific to OpenTTD. Very nice feature. And to there. Now I'm going to hold down control and... yeah, I wanted to hit that. And shed. And I'm going to do it again. There we go. Tell them all to go. And now I'd better hurry up and connect it all before they want to go to the power station. So my cursor, there we go. The cursor speed's a little wacky. sometimes bump the DPI buttons. They're bigger than my old mouse and more exposed, so it's easier to knock them. Ooh, the other computer woke up. The other computer being the one that normally plays the music when I'm on Factorio. Just carefully go around this town. Be not good to get the big mainline stuff going once I get a stable income and get everything connected that I want connected. It's usually the way that I do things in this is connect up everything that I want with a basic 2-lane system and then expand into the mainline, the big system. And I should be able to just slip through there. I cannot be bothered going around anymore, so I'm just going to go through. There goes $1 million. And let's see how far I can go out there. Have to see you later, more landscape. There. I need rail loops. Need my big rows. It's funny actually, because loops are generally, like in not Factorio games, are generally fine. It's just Factorio. But you do what's optimum for the game constraints. And since the constraints of Factorio is that loops cause all sorts of pathing problems, you avoid them. Whereas in this, you don't run into those issues. Also, how's it going, Veldic? Hope you've been well. Oh, angry phone. You don't get to hear it though. Unfortunately. Or fortunately. I'm not going to do that. That seems like a dumb idea. Go there, and that should do it. Oh, I refuse to allow it, eh? I shall go over it. Trying to sort out that Roboport on Factorio. Ah. Hey, with a sub for 2 months. Hope to see rocks. It has bridges, it sure does. And thank you very much for the resub. That's the other thing, is that having the bridges and tunnels makes a huge difference. I kind of miss it, and not having played Factorio for so long. Yep, they're all rocking along. Now, because I got the faster one, replace vehicles. How are we doing? 3.5 million. Not bad. I want the Floss. Floss 47 is just class 47 UK, British. So I want to get rid of you, replace it with you. Basically, well, the way this game works is whatever you want, whatever you do, you always want the fastest train. So this only does 144, replace it with a 160, so we'll replace it. So they should all be the same. I think these are also more powerful. What are you? 213, 12, 332, 2, yeah. You see the cost difference is marginal, so it's not really worth having any of the others. Like, that thing's useless. Where was it? You 299. Yeah. It's just so marginal. And the way the power and stuff is calculated, it's also kind of derpy. It's even better. It actually this allows for the glorious spaghetti junction, of which I shall enjoy being able to make one. There it goes, being upgraded. One of them's upgraded. This will help with the rating as well. 297, that's a lot. Just imagine the money I get from that if I pull it all the way over to the steel mill. Over here would actually be good for the power station, so you've got the steel mill, paper mill. I should have started hauling that paper and steel too. I don't have a factory to take it to yet. I suppose I could make the factory and the paper mill the same place, because then it's both goods. Alright, let's see, where have we got a... not a printing works, not a paper mill. Paper mill was the thing I already had. Hey, Jello. Jello. It's a technical expression. Not a sign of insanity. Best combinations over there. There's one just behind it. They're a little far away. I could always use that one and then fund a new one over here when I get to that point. So you're rubber. Oh, you go straight to the rubber, the factory hole. Okay, so ends up playing obviously by creating custom maps for 4 big cities in the map corners. Forming a space for maximum train and airport. Ah, classic. That. Should also focus on hooking up all the coal as well. 32. I want to. I've nearly hooked up all the coal. I'm squinting at this little thing. Yeah, that's it. Do I know... Hey, Ludoshi, do I know Transport Fair? I don't know of it. I don't particularly like it though. It's the... That's more of a... what was it? Puzzle game type arrangement. Oh, there's 2 factories here. That one's just appeared. Actually, I could bring the steel here. Let's do that. I'm trying to think of what best describes Transport Fever. It's like you have a fixed industry chain, you have to connect the entire thing, whereas this you can do partial chains and it's inconsequential. Oh, map this giant loop. Nice. Hey, wonder if I've got it. So it'll be somewhere. I used to do this big, used to do a passenger network and then find, say, 3 to 4, maybe 5 cities, and it would be a central turnaround point for the passenger trains to go out in the various branch lines. And so that wouldn't be a particularly good one, they're a little bit far apart. These cities actually I'd probably connect and have a ring here, which the trains went around. Never go into problems? No, it doesn't have the pathing problem, it's all the Pathfinder that's the issue. Because the OpenTTD Pathfinder continuously updates, it doesn't choose its journey when it starts, or when it stopped at a chain signal for 5 seconds. And that's where the limitation lies. But yeah, so I'd have a ring, and then I'd have like a line that goes off, pick up there, and then it might branch up to there, and then have one that goes down that way, another going out that way, and this would be like the central turnaround point for it. And I may even do like something, like another one out here, and then another hub, and then head out. Ooh, electric. Oh, I just replaced everything. Damn it all. Okay, so bring you to there, you can go there. One unit of bridge. Perpetually fat fingers on the shortcuts, as always. I never seem to get that right. Electric hype, oh yeah. far along are we? You start. You. Derp. And since that's grayed out, I'll stop it. Electrified. Convert. This conversion thing that introduced in OpenTTD is so handy. Just do the entire map at once. Unfortunately, it doesn't lag the game these days. There we go. Now we're electric rails. Now I'm going to make the steel trains on a separate station. I'm going to lift the station up a layer as well, and this might as well be its final position. So it's begun. Upgrade to make levers not as smooth. No, you need you need to delete all the trains and then upgrade it. There was an add-on that you could use to make it easier. I think it was called what was it? Universal Rails. And that would let you convert the trains while they're on it. Or something of that nature. I can't remember exactly what. I should remember. It's too long ago. As in, I should know this. Although it was generally not too painful, because it was a good time to audit trains and work out how many were needed where. Okay. Vehicles. We'll get some of you guys going. We want flatbed. They carry steel. 5. You go there and the factory. And don't forget to refit it this time. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now I don't have money. How many did I actually? I think I got 7 out of that. What do we got? 7. Damn neighbours, they're arguing so loud. Keep telling myself they discuss left-hand drive as right-hand drive. The eternal struggle. I need to get more iron ore to this thing. You're an iron ore hole, aren't you? And you're a copper hole. What were you? 30. Blech. 30 means basically dead. You're a new one. Hey, Solidus the First. How's it going? It's new and shiny and shouldn't be down like that one is. How are you? You're 90. Is 90? It must be good. Let's do a 2x5. Always lower your terrain first. Okay. Don't really have a good example to start with, so I have to make a new one. Iron ore. That's happy. Money. When multiplayer is always against each other, you can, or you can do friendly or non-compete different companies, or you can all join one big company. All the good options. That'll do it. 2 5 longers on that will, what is it, 112? That's pretty good. When was it? when was it when the original Tycoon started? Oh, the original was like 1994 or 95 or something. And then Deluxe came out in like 96, I think. It's kind of funny because it's a lot older than it looks. It looks a lot better. It ages very well, even back in the day. I got Transport Tycoon Deluxe in I think 99. It came with Roller Coaster Tycoon. It was the Tycoon Deluxe package. It had Railroad Tycoon 2, Transport Tycoon and Roller Coaster Tycoon. Best package ever. Let's get that track out. There we go. It's connected. Now how the hell am I going to get you over there? Oh, I got an idea. Move this outer tile to there. Like so. I'll pull up its original track. Saladista, thank you for the follow there. It's nice sketch play. Sorry, I missed your comment there. So I'm just sketch playing up to. I've been playing it for a week, and it really helps in order to get some knowledge. Oh, nice. Did you watch the first stream out of curiosity? I should also point out that I'm pretty advanced, so I hope you don't get too lost trying to follow. Yeah, so what I want to do is lift that up. We'll take it out to about there. We'll lift you up to there. I want at least that. To there. Then we go across. Like so. Drop that there. And I can actually move to there. There we go. I've done this way too many times, as you can tell. It's so nice to be able to do it though. Do this kind of stuff. In late game, you eventually convert all of your bridges to tunnels, particularly when you get the maglev, because the maglev is restricted on how fast it can go over bridges. Although I think that my knowledge there might be way, like decades out of date. It was true with the original Transport Tycoon Deluxe. There was a bridge that unlocked in the early 2000s, late 90s, in the game called Tubular Steel. So after cantilever 241 kilometers an hour maximum speed, there would be Tubular Steel like 305 or something. If anyone's also watched extensive Machine Key playthrough, let's get the slow-mo tutorial on how to elevate terrain. Oh. Either that or you're going to get PTSD. So when you raise terrain with the uppity, you're highlighting the vertice and you go up, like so. If you hover over it again, you're going to raise everything around it. And so on and so on, and then down, and then down. Level, on the other hand, is plow through everything in its way. Generally, level is the easy one. Why is that one a little bit flatter than the rest? So it's like coils of laid flat. Is it full? I think it is. Yeah, it's just a different graphic. Like an extra signal there. As a train's accelerating, like if a train is stopped at a signal here and it accelerates, station's a better way to put it, a better way to phrase it. So if a train goes through here and then another one follows it, because this first train's still accelerating, the train following it will tend to get slowed down or stopped by that signal. So it's a good idea to put some extra signals there. So you do go full load on trains or any load. So I do full load any cargo normally, which is what it does by default. I should step you through. How familiar are you with setting orders? This is the first question, I think. Because I can step through the process. There's a few, like you can hold down control to get different options as well. He's doing quite well. Oh, it's one of these that I need to connect up as well. 99 and 32. Was it? Yeah, 80. What was it, that one? No, the other one. I'll plug this one in and build the track in general and go through the orders in anyway. Doesn't matter where you set the signals down to much. Like you'd have them hard up against. Actually, there's a few different ways to do these sort of entrance junctions. Get the trees out of the way. Like you could have it hard up against it like that, and use a path signal, which is the two red lights with the green in the center where it's normally red. That one being a path signal, that being a single direction path signal. Hey, did I know one thing about the game? When I wanted to build something and a city denied it, oh, there's a way around that too, and I'll show that next. Yes, you'll love it. I always like, this is the sort of classic one, transport tycoon one. These, by default behavior is that it's not documented anywhere, but in Transport Tycoon, when a train sees two bidirectional signals, it's given the choice to go to either this one or this one, depending on which one's free. If it's single signals, it will take whichever one gets them there first. So if it's given the choice of two single directional signals, you always see a train going for the one. It'll never try and load balance compared to like that. See, everyone ends up with a classic junction. Yeah, when OpenTTD came along, you start doing that. The entrance pre-signal and then the exit pre-signal. That's the one I'm still familiar with. Path signals are the thing to love to hate. So we go a train, we get some bulk wagons. This new GRF changes the core wagon to bulk wagon, combines it all. So when you do orders, so you can normally click on it, and it does that. I think I have non-stop set as a game setting, but what you can do is, I'm going to delete that. I'm going to hit go to, and then hold down Control, and then I click there, and see now it's automatically given the full load. And so, what am I? Iron ore. So I want to go down here. And then I nearly did the wrong one, so then just click there. I generally don't like unload or forcing unload. I used to, but if something goes wrong here, or if I want to send it somewhere else, it starts unloading it and then you start losing the cargo. I find it's just handy not to set the unload if something goes wrong, particularly for like modifying a station as well. So yeah, modifying a station and you accidentally cut it out of its catchment area, then it gets stuck there forever, that load. Or if the industry closes down, and it'll just keep unloading and you lose money effectively. Used to overload circular tracks on busy stations. That's old school, that one. I remember doing that. Oh, Wintertooth, how's it going? Not quite going to do two of those yet. I need to change that to iron ore. Now I can duplicate it and set them on their way. And while they're busy loading, I need to connect the rest of it up. I'm going to get through a large body of water, apparently. My fingers are all over the place. It's about as long as a cantilever can be. You gotta be careful when you put a bridge on a diagonal like that, because see how it's gone up to 40,000? Whereas if I go here, it's only 17,000, because it's trying to build on that piece of land. So I'm gonna lower that. There's an old trick where you used to be able to buy land to stop the water, but I think water floods it now, yeah. There's an old trick where you could slowly buy up water to act as a dam, but they changed it. That was an OpenTTD thing. It was good fun doing that, because you buy up land as a levy and then just flood other people with it. Yeah. You could also do use it to cheat cheap removal of ocean. Alright, so I want to go through there. Yeah, it effectively costs the same, but I like having it on a straight section. I think it's actually a little more expensive to actually lower it or correct it. Alright, so if I want to go through there, normally you'd do that, and now they're really pissed with me. What I'm going to do is really piss them off. Now I get trees. There we go. Get that out of the way. And rinse and repeat. It's an office building, that's why I can't demolish it. It's difficult to get office buildings, but you can keep on going like that. And once the rating runs right down again, demolish, more trees, and keep on going. And you can rinse and repeat until the place has nothing left. This is a large town, so it's going to struggle to get rid of the big buildings. It doesn't work on office buildings or banks. And churches too, I think. Churches and stadiums. Any special buildings, shopping centres are included in that too. Hardware combinators? Huh. Asking the real questions, yeah. But yeah, I'm going to keep you down on that level. Tunnel under you. Go across to there. Now I just pull it straight. So, in general, to get a high-speed curve like that, you want the track to be at least almost the length of the train. That way it doesn't slow down. If the curve was, say, that, then the train would slow down significantly. Even more so if you made it like, oops, that. That would be really a very heavy slowdown penalty. So to make nice high-speed junctions and curves, you've got to have wide radiuses. At least the length of the train in general. So combinators, it's something I know it exists, or at least you can do logic things. I know that, but I've never really played with it myself. You can make clocks, pulsers, logic gates. Cares about speed of maglev? Oh, you can get the rail, the endgame rail going pretty fast. Five horse statues. There are combinators. So you can do complex interactions using small loop tracks. So I could make something, where are we? There. Let's make a bit square. So if I do that, oh, actually I probably wanted that. So if I do that, now if I get a train, say one of you, start you, set you on your way. I'll tighten it down just for symmetry purposes. But I think you might be able to see where this is going. So now I have something that's going around in a circle. So now I have a pulsar. So every time this reaches this point here, it's creating, it's effectively a clock. So it's now creating a pulse. By the way, the voice on the right? Oh, not again. Oh, quite you. It's a bit fiddly to fix that, but I can sort that out shortly. Yeah, so you can make a clock out of that, and then you can use the pre-signals output from that to make more complicated logic. So you could synchronize that with sending trains. Because you could also attach 3 of these. Or actually 2. Yeah, it's really tricky stuff. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? It's an excellent question. There we go. Yeah, it can see itself. Technically, this is now... Whoopsie. So this is now the opposite of that. Although there is a bit of overlap time. So this could be... You could release... Because it goes through this tiny signal gap here, it could release trains on an interval. Tighten up the pulse doing that. Because this is actually a half length. Yeah, see, that's now much narrower. I don't know how to do AND gates and logic gates and that sort of thing with it, but I know it's possible. There's always a chance it'll pick up off there. I think the Pathfinder knows though. I'm trying to think of some of the other things that have been done. But yeah. That's the sort of thing you can do. Is that a roundabout? It's actually a clock. How are we doing on the steel department? 225 is not a huge amount. I actually seen how much they're making. Is there a train coming in? There is. It should be a fairly hefty amount because it's a secondary industry. Hopefully over 100,000. Better be, actually. Oh, not quite. I might have been sitting there loading for a long time. What do we got there? What do we have there? That looks like the old deluxe-y way of doing it. You actually got a heliport. I almost never build those. Heliports are like very low on my list. Epic robot battle. I've been hyping that up quite a bit. You. Heliport was your headquarters. Oh, yeah, I see. I've sort of forgotten what most of the things look like in the OpenGFX set, because I never use it. find for the most part it looks like cancer. You're a bit crap, you're a bit crap. Oh no, you're not too bad. And you're a bit crap. But we'll manage. Ugh, that thing disappeared. Hey, Cafe Debney. Thank you for the volley there. Played this game when it came out. 96. Yeah, about then for the likes. I played it back in the... I got onto it a bit later. I didn't actually know about it back in the day. I was just saying earlier, I got the converted, the later release, the came with Roller Coaster Tycoon, the Tycoon Deluxe pack. Stalker. Oh yeah, I was going to do the sound. Hopefully this doesn't go horribly wrong. Happens 4 AM Central European time. Yeah, nah. Yeah, nah. Gotta save just in case. Alrighty. Ugh. This is hard. Ugh. I get all sorts of feedback and weird effects going on when I do that. Reset it all. I now got this horrible crackling and buzzing because the line-in's reverted to microphone. So I was picking up all kinds of noise. Oh, make a stop. Please make a stop. There we go. Oh, much better. 996 playing Dune 2. I was playing Duke 3D back then. I don't even want to go that way. I want to go that way. Western Digital's making 40 TB drives. That's a lot of space. Are they trying to push the, what was it, the helium filled drives? You what? Huh, how about that? A bridge over you. There, to there, to there, to there. That's actually wrong, should be there. And like so. Ugly signals, but oh well. Something about using microwave tech to make it happen. So I want to give that as much length as possible, so trains can queue up here if that is such a case it arrives. And I'll align it with the signals because there's no point making it off length. Generally lengths of 3 to 5 for what I do normally works best. I'll do the same here where there's actually good. Factorio needs bridges and tunnels. It won't happen, but yeah. It's also sort of a bit, I've always said it's a bit outside of, or beyond what the game is really intended for. And oh, didn't take. There it goes. If you didn't know, that's placing the signals down the track is to click and drag and hold down Control, and it does everything in the line. I suppose cloning a existing, but not one of those. Not one of you. Not you. Not you. Oh, fine. You. New vehicles. Electrification. You're already assigned. You'll get rid of that orders. There's a power station there. Gotta do something. Open an extra viewport. By using the viewport, what I can do is go there, then there. And done. Hold down Control while copying, and it does the shared orders as well. No, they can't be modded in. The game logic doesn't have a way of handling bridges or tunnels. It's entirely 2D, there's no height. Let's go there, go to there, and off you go. And there. I don't think I actually connected that. It's a good thing I put this here, this mess. Underground belts, it's not quite the same. But I'm sure you're aware of that. Huh. Let's go all the way. The biggest problem is if a train's passing through a bridge or a tunnel, how do you describe the trains crossing each other but not crashing or interfering with the block signals? And that's where the problem lies. Or one of many problems. Because the game has no concept of height, there's no way to tell it that a track passing under another track, so... where's an example? I was going to build one, but I've built enough already. There. So if you had a fake bridge or tunnel, the game doesn't know that this train is passing over this track. As far as it's concerned, they're both on the same level, so it'll behave like a flat crossing, like so. It doesn't know. And the game doesn't have any logic to handle it. And the way this game surfaces are designed, it can't. I don't think it can easily be added. Like, it just can't handle it. I connected that to the wrong track too, didn't I? Damn it all. Where are you? Little Mulling Ball Mines? Why are you lost? Okay, whatever. Where are my coal trains? It's a steel train. Oh, it's already heading back apparently. Oh, you're doing 32 is a bit crap. 117 is not much better. Hey, Alex Dramel. I saw you that before. I thought I'd say hey now. That'd be rude not to, wouldn't it? Oh, there's a fruit plantation. I thought it was a rubber plantation. That's a rubber plantation. Yeah, rubber plantation. I'm not actually sure what to do next. I suppose I could set some valuables going here. Oh wow, that's got a lot waiting. It's really picked up. I'll just throw more trains at the problem. How do I know what goes where? Practice mainly and memory. Because I've done it so many times. A trees, transport, parent by choice. I'm just pressing X. Sorry, I missed that before. Coal. You do get this option here to display chain, which is new, fairly recent addition. And so it says coal, power station, bank, goes to bank. Bankers from the original. Ever since I've seen Extermin's body looped around train wheels, no train game without player avatar was the same. Copper ore mine. Some of these are a bit screwy because I've got them changed. I realize I could do stackers in this game is what you can, but it's a very bad idea. Because the money you make is dependent on the travel time, and stackers are not first in, first out. And so you can have a train sitting in a stacker for over a year of game time before it has its chance to get to a station. So stackers cost you a lot. You should avoid them at all, if at all possible. Have them queue up in a line instead. That way it's always first in, first out. You can do it in Factorio because it's inconsequential. For the most part. There's a few cases like the gear smelter in the Mad Science map. The assembly machine gear trains were missing out. Oh, you can't go over there. Oopsie. Just doing a ball of track is generally not a good idea. I'll have to do something like that. Just smear more track down, something will work. How's this doing? 81. It's never really gone up. So you always get some that just keep on booming, so it's up to 400 now. And then you get other mines which just never go anywhere. $72. No, that one's gone. How's this one? 63 is a bit meh. How about over here? 72 and 63. I'm gonna probably connect them up anyway. Goods and food. I think it's time to connect up a farm. I don't like farms. They pay nothing and they're a pain in the ass because there's always one that outputs a ton of one product and nothing of another. Used to do mainlines this game. It's good fun. I used to do big mainlines. Sort of hoping I can do it in here. I don't think I'll be able, I don't think this map's got really enough to do one. And there's a 512 by 512, which is more than enough room to do one. Although 512 by 512 is a bit modest by my standards these days. Back in the day, it was the dream to run a 512 by 512 map. It was so laggy. Pentium 4s couldn't play this like a Core 2 can. I usually did a single line end to end, or depend on what I was planning. Ooh, coal in British production. Oh, what do you know? It's that one. Get one of you. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go to there and there. And duplicateify. Let's see. What does it actually take? Food and fruit, piece goods, food, fruit, goods, paper, bulk, ears, grain. Copy you, and I'm gonna have to double the size of the station. It actually costs money to refit it to grain. So these coal and copper ore don't cost anything, but grain does. Alrighty. Have to do it the messy way. Yeah, they can't turn that corner anyway. That's a console. That's so bad. I can erase all trace of it now. There we go. Now hopefully they won't crash into each other. European Union will cover the cost of food. For food cost. 32, 32. You went down! See, this is why I don't like farms. They're just assholes. Certified assholes. Touches on an interesting political subject there, actually, with European subsidies. Europeans flooding the international market with trash food because they're subsidised. Low quality food. It's almost as a Chinese dumping their food exports of God knows what's in it on the rest of the world. They like sending out rice, which is actually plastic in the shape of rice. Around here there's quite often shortages of baby formula because the Chinese and relatives of Chinese people living back home, or Chinese people who are living here, they buy it up in bulk and ship it off, send it off to their relatives in China, because the baby formula in China is always contaminated. 4054. Go up, 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 up. Yeah, you know you want to. Rise. 440. That one stayed where it is. Hasn't gone anywhere. 225. I should think about upgrading. Getting more trains on it. 50. What's the rating? Excellent. 31. 3117. Why are you so poor? I think it's because the train got lost, but I'll put another one on it just in case. Heard about the milk? Yeah. That sort of thing happens in China quite regularly. Why? Oh, right. I didn't build the exit. I didn't unbuild the exited. If only I could hotkey. There we go. I didn't build the exited here again. Oh, and the hotkeys are all just all over the place with the hotkeys. It's just all gone horribly wrong, hobbly wrong, hobbling alongly wrongly. Who needs exits anyway? Yeah, they're overrated. You only want to bring goods in. I don't want to send the empty trains back out. That's expensive. To throw the train in a pit and get a new one. It's actually producing a fair old whack of paper. There's a paper mill here, so I might as well hit it up. Up, 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 up. Alrighty, let's go. Where exactly? I have no idea. I'm going somewhere. Let's go through a mountain. This mountain's in the way. I'll go across that one. Oh, up to 7 million. It's not 70 million though. What are you up to? You're not doing amazingly well. What were your rating? Rating very good. It's a bit meh. Could be better. Throw an extra train on it. They might run at a bit of a loss, but that's okay. Got to invest long term. Yeah, like this one is very much in need of another train. I know it's a floss, but that's okay. Ah, path signals, they are wonderful things. Wonderful and kinda game-breaking at the same time. There you go, eliminate any and all need to do any kind of thinking with signals. Hey, that actually lined up. Let's do some of the old signals there and there. And done. Okay, let's get the paper going. The paper route. Do the cheeky platform. What are you? Your transfer. You accept wood, so that means you will output paper. 2 by 5, there. Get the old depot in. Just keep spamming down tracks in the hope that something will work, because that's a thing. Branch off there for the linear stacking. I don't think that came quite through, linear stacking. I saw the thing glitch, that's all. How can I do that? I suppose I could drop it underneath. It's not wide enough. There we go. Go there, there. And done. Supermarket's linear stacking at the register? It sure does. First in, first out. But it'd suck if it was a parallel stacker, wouldn't it? You stand there for 3 hours, it's first in, whoever shoves the hardest. What the hell do you output? You output paper. So you'll be a flatbed paper, yeah. Paper. You go to there, then you go to there. Then I want 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Off you go. And hopefully they won't queue up on this line. Just to be sure, I'm going to extend it. It's always bad when you have your secondary train jam up your primary suppliers. There we go. It's actually a good place to put it. Looks reasonably well laid out. How's the old steel mill doing? Pretty about the same. 495. I should actually upgrade it. Oh, you stupid train. There we go. All rules going out with a window when they open a new stack. When they open a new window. A new register. Huh? Oh, graphics changed. Did not notice. Well, the style of the wagon changed. That makes sense though, this is an older style. I love it when they slip in cheeky little things like that. They're still 72. $78, $74, $99. Just drop another train on that one. You went down, you bastard. Now I'm starting to get everything connected. I should think about a more competent system. Think about, but not necessarily do anything about it. Thinking about it. How can I lay it out? I would like the power station somewhere else. Still. Could move it over there. Then I'd have a big mainline east-west. Assuming that is east-west. Because that could be south, north-south. Or this could be north-south. We generally take this as north, south, east, west. I nearly got west and east, wrong way around. And arse backwards. Oh, there's a forest there actually. Not bad. Must be a fresh one. Oh yeah, I have a habit of playing the game pretty much endlessly on transparent mode too. If you hadn't noticed. This one is definitely worth connecting, so I shall do so. And it's much the same again as I've already been doing, just keep adding more and more and more. Citizen Celebra. You go there. Ta-da! I'll do a bridge for this one. Very well then. Ah, that works. Excellent. Was my most successful train? Oh, sorry, I wasn't paying attention. So, may loop around the lake. I might do a straight cross with a big junction in the center. So I'll have a hub of industries, and have two main lines and then a big junction in the center. I think that's how it'll go. I haven't done that before actually, I don't think it was. And now to answer the question, the most successful train is profit last year. Oh, that's one of there's some of the worst offenders. So it is a coal train. Where do you go? It'll probably be for that up here. What was it? Renfrew Mines. Yeah, it is. Yep, Renfrew Mines, because it's such a long distance. And behind that's passengers. Renfrew Mines. Bredway Woods. Hillsborough Woods, yeah. A long distance coal makes a ton of money once you get fast trains. I see coal's all up there, then wood, and then, yeah, it goes down. Whereabouts are we? That's paper. What does paper do? Let's have a look. $100 Whole Foods. Stupid farms. I didn't refed them, didn't I? Oh dear. Refitting something I never get used to. What do you give me? What do you give me? 84,000 is pretty good. There we go, loading now. Yeah. 3280 is pathetic. That'll be nothing. Oh, that's 112. Oh, yawning city. Population me. 6. I hate farms. Did I mention that? Maybe once or twice. So what do we got? I really don't want the power station there. It's too close to the good coal mines. Yeah, I'm thinking over there. What am I missing? I'm trying to think what industry I'm missing. So there's a factory. You take steel, copper or rubber. Let's display your chain. Hey, you made it in. Ooh, 8 million. Still on the up. Get a bit of the old thinkings on. Factory will have a lot going for it. Actually, those will have a lot going for it too. Same map as last night? It is. Just been adding more train connections. And now just planning out a final system. I'm wondering about you, paper being up there, and then power station being there. Because it's away from the forests. See the Y intersection? Ah, yeah. It's sort of a connected main line now too. I got the money that I can actually build a power station like there or up there or something. Maybe up there. What do you have? You have iron and steel trains. You have lumber and paper. It's not actually leaving enough room for the different options. Ah, oil refinery, that's what's missing, that's what I'm missing. Could have a paper and oil refinery up there. What you can do with these offshore oil rigs, you can actually run trains to them. It's quite hilarious. So it creates this station which is bound, it's not bound by any company, and it's sort of owned by the oil field, but you can, if you build next to it, you can inherit it. Or at least in the old one, but I think You can also just have the oil rig in your catchment area, and it'll just pick up oil. Defeating the whole purpose of sending ships to it. Ships are slow and useless anyway. It's going to go down, isn't it? No, it increases. Give it too little credit. No, it's already low, no wonder. This one's on the up and up as well. Might give it another platform even. There we go. Even better. No, it just went round. Ah, that's why there's a signal there. It went round because the signal could see itself. Signals which can see itself are not a good thing. So, I think it's time to move that paper mill. That paper mill being this one, and then put a power station here. First things first. Let's make use of this track and make a connection to it. So now we're starting to get a decent network that's interconnected and come together. I like doing that sort of thing. You have all these different networks and they slowly come together. It's good fun. Let's do that. It's a bit further away than I imagined. Yep, it's going up there whether even though there's no paper mill up there yet. Okay, that curve's nice and wide. Always lands on a signal. There we go. And there we go. That's a kind of T-junction apparently. Yeah, so you can go up there, out there, there. Yep, fine. All is good. Now, factory's there, so I want to be about up here. So it's good because it's a little bit away from the coal mines. Just want to level out some space. Still left-hand drive. It's a proper hand drive. It's the game internally is left-hand drive, you know. That had to be a thing added to make the signals look right for right-hand drive. What was it called? Signals on drive side, yeah. That's what it was called. that mirrors the graphics, so it looks, the signals look right for right-hand drive. So I want to end up about there. What are you? You're a fruit plantation. I'm going to leave that and maybe go to the fruit plantation, just use this branch off here. Alright, coming through, mountain. Get out of me way. I'll keep it up one for now. So I think I do want to make it up a layer anyway. Okay, paper mill. About there. Mountain be gone, yep. Let's do one either side. One for pickup, one for delivery. There's probably going to be no mountains left by the end of this game. I'll actually split it up like that. Those poor mountains. Oh wait, you don't go there. You go there. I are smart. Can't find anything that the game was made for left-hand drive. It was originally done in left-hand drive. This is the original. The signal graphics was originally designed to sit on the outside, and then the signals on drive side mirrors it, so it looks correct. It's because Chris Sawyer is a Brit. There's a whole lot of references to it in one of the original maps. Oh, there's tons of paper there. You go there. I should have changed all their orders too, hopefully. Yep. So you're no longer needed. You go now there. Let's wait for him to cycle. Okay. And one more. And there we go. I should have actually kept the track because I need it for a power station. There we go. Let's bring the can fuels out the left-hand drive. I'd be worried if it did. Huh. Wait a minute, you're going to... oh, you're a steel thingy train. Off you go then. I probably should add some more platforms actually. I might even go 6. Just go all out. Ooh, 10 million. Mini trains, one more in there. Yeah. Yeah. Profit last year. Who were you? You're... wow. And you stupid farm trains. Stupid farm trains, stupid farm trains, stupid farm trains, stupid farm trains. I'll do some random smattering of track. Just to encourage them to go round each other. It's probably not in any way going to help. It's already quite a lot of paper waiting actually. Ooh, that's a big one. Let's get 6 trains on it. I like having even numbers of trains when they're working on a station, working a station. Eventually you get good at, if you're doing enough, getting good at replacing track on the fly really quickly without interrupting trains. Ooh, he's going there. Good for you. Oh, now it's lost. Now it is lost. Do I hate farms? Not at all. Not in the slightest. What would ever give you any impression otherwise? There we go. If it wasn't for the depot that was sitting there, it would be perfectly fine. It wouldn't be a horrible mutated junctiony mess otherwise. Alright, next step is the power station. Say about I'm going to bring it in closer. That down's done nothing for me anyway. Might as well plough it out of the way. I better think about that more carefully first. Bring it further out here. There we go. Ah, the asshole jerk faces. There we go. Have some trees and be happy. It's like bribing them. There we go. Let's do the old cheaty station. Actually, let's go right round. Damn it all. There we go. Got 1, 2, 2. There we go. We'll get there in the end. If you destroy the trees, your pollution will anger the natives. Yep. It angers the natives here, but then you put the trees back and then they're happy again. I need to make sure there's a way for trains to get over there too. And a way for trains to get back. There we go. It's a terrible junction, but eh. So you can get across that way. You need a way to get across. There we go. Don't please the natives, I might even send you a stern letter. Yeah, it's a worry. Don't want that stern letter. Okay. Let's move all the trains over to here. Let's go to there. Let's get rid of most of what's in the list. These worthless trains. Well, they're in the yellow now, so it's not as bad. You're definitely costing me money. But I'll run them in as a loss. So hopefully I can get something out of it eventually. There we go. That's the end of that power station. It's probably very likely going to need more. Because it now has to go considerably further. Hey. What's up to now? 495 still. This is still hovering around the 90s. I don't care about the passenger ferry. Don't care in the slightest. Can't make everyone happy, so screw it, of course. 54. What were you? You're 12. Alrighty then. It'd help if I actually had all the news items on to see that stuff happen. Send stern letter to NG. Sure. Haven't seen any coal trains. Here we go. What about Leston Mines? Leston Mines. So the first one will be from there. You're doing 160, you're doing 160. Felt like they were gaining on each other. Hey there, Schnills, how's it going? Ching! Money, monies. Money, money, please. There we go. Hey, 4 tracks. Not so good, got a cold. Oh. I'll hopefully get over it soon. It won't turn into something nastier. I'll actually shut down that other PC too. Stop doing anything. Ooh, 100,000. Oh, only a 54. Hopefully I'll get the faster next was the SH40 class 87 train, which is a bit faster, fairly soon. Should have got it by about now. Yeah, Western. So that's really, this mine now has to travel considerably further, so it's now going to be a big money maker. Will I get it? Nope. That's a lot of profit last year's being low. I was fully expecting it to appear on account of it being a new year. It usually happens at the January point. It'll probably happen this year. Was it 1973? Yeah, it'll probably happen this year because there's another train after that coming out. About 75, 78. I want to say. They all need fixing up now. That track's now a lot longer than it needs to be. Looks like the trains all sort themselves out. Yeah, I thought you were one of them. Had to be. Oh, no subsidies, that's unusual. Let's see. Paper. There's a lot of you waiting. Let's drop another depot down. Another 4 trains on it. More importantly, is it 16 now? That's a lot of trains. I'm going to have to start seriously considering a bigger network, doing it all properly instead of all this ghetto runs. Oh yeah, I was checking stations. Coal. Squished little window. Coal, you're fine, I guess? Yeah, 2 of those are empty. Where are you? 3, and you're pretty high up-ish. Well, still near default, really. How many do you have on it? Wait, I was just looking at you. Refresh. I guess this one's going to need more. There we go. Hey, Johnny Fives. I'm going to start a new map. Generally, I do a coal connection to a power station first. It pays the most. The first connection on this map was actually this coal mine, which is actually now a pretty mega coal mine. to this power station, so it wasn't too far. I set my default maximum loan to 300,000, so I don't have a lot of starting money. But if you had a more reasonable starting, like 600,000, you could have a pretty serious coal run going. Like you could get out to from there to there, which will pay quite well in the beginning of the game. Ah yeah, wood's another good one too. Coal's the classic one. I might lift that up. There we go. I just transferred all of the trains to stop going to there and go to one further away, sort of make more money. That's more like it. Some passengers waiting there. I don't normally do much in the way of passengers. Passengers can be easy, but it's hard to do it early. Because usually the towns are not big enough, like this town's big enough to actually support the big patronage. And then you make 5 or 6, oh yeah. So I started with a 5 long station when I first did it. You could make it longer. So being 5 long, it's 10 wagons, including the engine total, so not counting the engine, 9 wagons. Passenger without moving around? I don't know why I don't really do it, because I got the cargo distribution enabled. You can see all the deliveries, passengers. I've played with it a few times, the cargo distribution stuff. But I've never done too much with it. So here you go cargo payment rates, you can see where everything's at. I'm running a new GRF which reshuffles the industries around, and a lot of the industries from other climates are here, so I actually have copper mines and rubber plantations and fruit plantations somewhere. I saw it and then lost it. There it is. Wood's actually, yeah, it's up there. Passengers, it's unique because in this game it's actually quite low passengers. And mail here is, yeah, moderate. It's open to have Twitch integration? Not that I know of. Never had a train system like I have? Ah. I know some people like to do passengers. I think I'm sort of weaned permanently off it because there was no predetermined destinations originally. Now rubber's a pretty harsh one. Valuables too. It pays well, but it's difficult to set up a profitable line. What's this outputting? 54. Banks are generally fixed in output. They don't really go up or down. Internally in the game, they originally were hard limited. Say that. Go to there. And go to there. Duplicate. And go. Let's see what it does. Starting up Factorio, starting my trains because Iron is struggling. I think a transport giant, didn't really care for it because you have to set up your entire supply chains and everything's pretty well predetermined. Like in this you can supply like just steel to the factory, or not steel, rubber or copper ore to the factory, or like one of the three, and it just doesn't care, it just churns out goods regardless. Same with like the steel mill, you can just keep throwing iron ore at it and never move the steel mill and it doesn't care. Whereas Transport Fever and similar games, it has an output buffer that backs up and then it stops accepting. Like it has a fixed cycle per day. Machinki has that too. It's really annoying. It means that the economy is predetermined, or deterministic, which is really bad. Managed to get a decent rating out of the passengers. I should consider planning for an airport. Should. If you do passengers, you gotta run it at a loss and plan for it early, and I haven't really done that. And yeah, this one's pretty much a loss as well. It's just grown out of control. Haven't really found a good alternative transport tycoon. This is about the next best thing. What else is there? There's not really much else that's any good. Railroad Tycoon 2. Oh, sorry, I was thinking of Railroad Tycoon. But yeah, beyond this, or Railroad Tycoon, which is more business orientated than train logistics orientated. There's not really a hell of a lot else out there. If you like doing bus lines, oh yeah, Factorio. But it's train. Factorio is good for general logistics, but its trains are a little bit limited. The Pathfinder is the biggest killer for doing trains. I was afraid of that. What else we got? Railroad Tycoon 2. Railroad Tycoon is more of a business game. Or both of them, of technically three of them. I'm a bit on the third one. As I say, as far as train games go, they're business games first, and then train games second. Whereas this is a train logistics first, and then business game second. Like, it still has the businessy element, but it's there, it's competent, but it's sort of to one side. And then Machinki is actually sort of the extreme other end. Machinki? No, your Cities in Motion is more sort of your puzzle game and logistics puzzle. I was originally leaning on Machinki being a transport tycoon, but I'm sort of leaning halfway between this and the straight out Cities in Motion, Transport Fever type puzzle game. Sid Meier's Railroads is another one in itself. It's sort of like a very heavily watered down Railroad Tycoon. Valuables going down. How much are they making? 10,000, not much. What I normally do is say full load for that one, and not full load for this one. So they'll both full load at either opposing banks. How's the old paper doing? Huh, 600. I just keep throwing trains at it. point where I start throwing odd numbers. Oh, what do you know? The farms are losing money. Stupid farms. How's this doing for goods? I should be churning out goods like crazy. Server 2 CD. I have my original CD, but it came with Transport Token. It was a Tycoon box set. I only have the CDs for it now. I don't have the box. I don't have many of the boxes that I had back in the day. It was not normal to keep them. Just because the big box games took up space. What was the Sid Meier TTD style game? There it is. So there was Chris Sawyer's Locomotion, which was Chris Sawyer's answer to OpenTTD, which had just become popular at the time. And then there was Sid Meier's Railroads, which was sort of the competition to it. Alrighty. I think I just resized the window by a pixel. Locomotion, yeah. It has its moments, but it's a bit too Transport Tycoon-y. He didn't really improve on, all he did was just jam Transport Tycoon into the Roller Coaster Tycoon engine. It does have a huge variety of vehicles though. This is actually picking up. Oh, you jerkhole. $177 now, it's moving. Open source clone. Yeah, we played that multiplayer with Colonel Will and Exterminator. I've done that a few times. Actually doing that later. I feel it had like 8 hours time. So stick around for that. That'll be on Colonel Will's channel actually. All the upgrades. This is the frustrating part where the trains, they path into random depots, not associated with where they want to go. So now the stupid trains have got to turn around somehow. What are you doing? Oh. There you go. Hey, Jamiko, how's it going? Trains! Trains! What are you doing? You should be full load. Does that mean to say that some of these are not set to full... not set to full load? Is that why these trains weren't actually waiting? So I've actually been throwing like 19 trains for no reason here. Oh dear. I wouldn't be lost if you went in there. You went in that depot. It'd all be good. Did I get it? In time? Yes. Heh. It saves it turning around. That was the intention. Imagine you saying that like a zombie says brains. Ooh, does it go up or is it down? Increases. I like increases. I don't like decreases. All these trains are gone. Ah, traffic jam. Big traffic jam. Oh, they're actually using that turnaround thing that I built. There we go, that'll make it happy. Having a path junction might help with throughput. They shouldn't really be using this anyway. It's just because my depots are poorly placed. Why is that so low? There's barely any level coming up on the... Let's have a look. Level there. Turn that up a bit. That's better. Some more signalage there. And there. Yeah, and there's more there. That's quite the jam. Alrighty, I'm gonna have to leave it here. Ooh, it decreases. You're worst. You're worst. Train jam is tasty jam. Yeah, I'm gonna have to leave it here for now. It's been a pretty good run. Got everything connected that I want. Just started setting up the industries in the place where I wanted. So now next step is to now start scaling everything up. Getting a bigger mainline going. Otherwise, I need to go to sleep in time for the roller coaster tycoons for later, in 8 or so hours time. So keep an eye out for that. I might do my view, possibly. Otherwise, check out Colonel Will's channel. I'll put the host on if I don't put my view on. And other than that, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for the hosts and hanging out in the chats. And we'll see you next time.